Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Just Breathe. I am Bishop Onassis F. Jones, your host for this evening. Just breathe, relax, relate, release. Solutions in crisis. And we all know that we've been through crisis before, and even in this pandemic, we still can relax throughout this whole situation. This particular platform is designed to encourage, educate, and empower you through your spirit, your soul, and your body. It's so great to see you on this evening, and hopefully that this segment today will be very helpful for you. It will get you in a place where you can relax, relate, release. Um, it's good to be back. I haven't been on in a couple of weeks due to some technical difficulties, but I'm able to be back for a short period of time just for today. And I really appreciate you all if you will share, like, also tag someone, host a watch party as we deal with our subject matter for today. And today we're going to focus mostly on returning back to work or returning back to school. There is so much anxiety that is taking place. I've been receiving so many phone calls helping people navigate their return back to work. It's so much stress that is going on of the unknown. And so I just want to just share some tools and some techniques and some information that will be helpful as we transition throughout this pandemic, especially with young people going back to school. That has been in the headlines for some weeks, and we're still having some issues and some problems and debates about that. But hopefully, this information will be helpful to you. So, again, I want you to tag somebody, share, like. We will be on for probably no more than 30 minutes as we share this information with you. Now, uh, I was able to look, and this information is nothing new, but in order to go back to work, we know there's some anxiety, there's some fear. There are some things that we can do that we can control. All right. A lot of things that we can do to have control over what we are basically exposed to. We have to prepare. We have to uh, make sure that we are able to do what we are able to do in being responsible. Some things we can't control, right? But there are some things that we can do. And some of these things that I'm going to mention is still debatable, where some people still think it's a hoax or it doesn't seem necessary for people to prepare themselves and to equip themselves during this pandemic. So the first thing, again, we encourage people to wear a mask. Now, there are some people that believe that this doesn't make any sense. There are people that still do not wear a mask. It's very important. There are a lot of research that are out there that prove wearing a mask work. Now, I share this. There have been people, as I'm back at work as well, there have been people that I've been in the midst of and in the company of that someone sneezed. And fortunately, it's a requirement at my job for you to wear a mask. I was so grateful that the individual, I mean, sneezed back to back. Achoo. They had a mask on. So just imagine that that individual didn't wear a mask, or I didn't wear a mask, or the people that were in the room didn't wear a mask. That's how you spread this virus. So I don't schedule a sneeze. I don't schedule a cough. So it's a part of our body functioning, right? We just don't schedule certain things in our body. Our body reacts to certain things. Probably a person sneezes based upon what's maybe allergies. We don't know. But it's important to wear a mask. All right. So number one, you want to wear a mask. Number two, continue to wash your hands. So washing your hands work as well. A lot of times, and I'm guilty of it too, doing things and touching your face. And we don't understand that involuntarily we're doing things unconsciously that we're not aware of. So washing your hands consistently is very important. I know we do social distancing. That's going to be one of the other points that I'm going to mention, but we're still touching items. We're still touching things that are around us. We're touching, going to the grocery store. There's a lot of touching that's going on. We don't know who touched those items previously or those objects previously. So it's very important to wash your hands uh, consistently. Thirdly, we want to watch your distance. Social distancing works. Yes, it does. So be careful. Make sure you have 6 feet apart from you. There are other research that say we need to be farther apart. But we know that we have to maneuver. We have to live in a community of people. And it's amazing to see when the pandemic first started and we were all on lockdown, gradually, week by week, I see the increase of people in the streets. We back with traffic in New Orleans again. So there are a lot of people that are traveling, a lot of people who are commuting back and forth, back into the work environment, back into the school environment, back to day-to-day activities. May be limited, but I see a lot of movement that's taking place. So we still have to be very cautious and careful to practice social distancing. Uh, so make sure that you do that. And fourthly, once you have your moment with people, talking with individuals, okay, walk away, leave. This is not the time to have long conversations. Do what you have to do, handle your business, and walk away. So we ask that you do the following things: wear a mask, wash your hands, practice social distancing, and then once you finish your business, walk away. All right? These are things that you can control, even in the work environment. So, dealing with anxiety is also accompanied with fear. Now, we talk about the spiritual component, right? So, a lot of times we quote this scripture: God has not given us a spirit of fear, but He's given us power, love, and a sound mind. And the word of God is true. Now, I want to dive in even further that there God did not give us a spirit of fear, but guess what? Fear is a part of our emotions. So there may be a distinct difference between the emotion of fear versus the spirit of fear. Oh, boy, I'm about to unravel some things, right? But guess what? I'm not going to talk about that today. So seriously, so we have emotions. So some things that are built within me, I have some concern about. Now, when you go to things that are excessive and move into that realm of being overwhelmed and excessively thinking about situations and feelings that goes beyond the norm, then there is a concern. So there is a distinct difference between the spirit of fear versus an emotion of fear. So if I see something uh, that alarms me, right? That's a part of how my body is regulated by emotions. So angry, right? There's nothing wrong with being angry. Nothing wrong with it. But it's how you process your anger. Anger is an emotion. Now, the word of the Lord says, be angry, but sin not. So I could be angry if somebody says something that is totally off base and disrespectful and have offended me. I have a right to be angry. My emotions are going to respond in such, right? But I have to respond in a way that is appropriate. So when you're dealing with the fear component, that's compiled and connected with anxiety, you can go back to work. Yes, if you have to go back, but go back empowered, go back educated, go back encouraged, knowing that you have some responsibilities, you have some control. Wear your mask. I don't care if no one else is wearing it. You wear your mask. Protect yourself, protect your body. Because yes, you have to deal with other entities. You have a family that is at home. You want to make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Wash your hands consistently. Practice social distancing and walk away once you are finished what you have to do. You have to control. All right. So another thing dealing with the coping skills of it, one of the things we want to work on, how can I how am I reacting to stress? What happens to my body, right? So you talk about spirit, soul, and body. How does my body respond to stress? Do I have a headache? Do I experience uh, shortness of breath? Do my stomach hurt? Do I experience nausea? There are signs that happens throughout your body that gives you an alert that okay, something is not right. So you have to know how your body responds to stress. So once you are able to identify uh, what is happening, you're going to have to respond with an appropriate coping mechanism that can help to reduce the stress. That's one of the things that we want to do, reduce the stress. You can't manage in, as a professional in the work environment, stressed out. Because what happens a lot of times, your stress impacts and affects other people because you're stressed out. So you're making other people stress. Watched and seen that so many times. That happens even in the family. Not to say that things are not going to happen that are going to make you concerned and have you respond in such ways. But when you are able to identify, okay, my body's responding in such a way, my heart is accelerating, my heart rate is accelerating. I need to do something about this. Okay. So when you're wearing your mask, when you're washing your hands, when you are practicing social distancing, when you are walking away once you finish what your task is, then when you are feeling stressed out, you need to identify what is the bodily function that is being triggered, identify that you're being triggered, and then practice meditation, deep breathing activities, deep breathing exercises. You're going to have to find a coping mechanism that will be appropriate to help you reduce the anxiety and the stress. Okay? Uh, One of the things, again, you have to control. So, and I guarantee you, some people have relaxed in doing this. I know you have. I just know this. Make sure that you have hand sanitizer. I have it in my car. I have it on my desk at my job. Yes, when I'm at the gas station, I still have gloves. Put on gloves when I'm pumping the gas. I still do this because I am not just taking care of Onassis, but I also have to make sure that I take care of my mother. So I guarantee there are people on this right now looking at this, have stopped and have basically have relaxed your standards. When we first got into the pandemic, everybody was wearing a mask, right? Everybody had the gloves on. Now, still do this. Where's your hand sanitizer? After I have an encounter with somebody, hand sanitizer, right? Wash your hands. Continue to do so. It will make you feel like you're safe. It will bring comfort to you. Even when you go to work, traveling, make sure that you listen to something that is very relaxing. Sometimes listening to the news or listening to uh, can really discourage you, right? It can provide ways that have you stressed out to the max. You probably like, I don't know. You're stressed right now. Then you go into a stressful environment. Then you like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I don't know. I don't know why I'm back at work. I need to go head home. No, you're going to have to relax yourself, get your place in a moment, maybe take 10 minutes. Sometimes when I get to work, I'm sitting in my car maybe for 5 minutes. Get in the moment, get in the zone, relax, release. Because if your body is already tense and stressed out, you're going in an environment, it can elevate the stress. When you're dealing with other people, providing assignments, etc., you do not want to operate in that particular manner. Take care of yourself. Okay. Uh, Also, talk to your supervisor, talk to your manager, your coworkers about how you're feeling. Talk to HR. Let them know, okay, I do have some concerns being back at work. What are the parameters and measures that you guys are taking into consideration to make sure that I am safe? That I am safe. So you want to make sure that you do that. Make sure that you are safe. Okay, so talk to the supervisors, talk to them. And matter of fact, some of them may respond and say that they're feeling some anxiety as well. They have some concerns. So you may can work together, come with some solutions, right? Solutions in crisis that you all can be on the same page, working together to make sure that you are safe and everyone around you are safe. Also, if you see something that is not taking place, that someone is not following the standards and the protocol. Now, I know we say this, snitches get stitches. Nah, you need to report. That's what we do in the work culture. We report, because guess what? Your life is important and other lives are important as well. So when there's standards and protocol that is put in place, like you have to wear a mask. If they're not wearing the mask, look, report that. Let somebody know. Report that to management. Let them know that they're not taking care of that situation. Also, lastly, use breaks to distress. Take a 5 minute break. Take a 10-minute break. Relax, release. Get yourself, pace yourself. Get yourself in an environment where you can just like get your thoughts, relieve the pressure so that you can be able to go back in the fire and do what you need to do. Now, guess what? This is all in your control. Now, how can I do this? And I'm getting ready to finish and close. Practice. This is how you can control this. This is how you can do this. Practice. Practice makes perfect, makes perfection. Perfection is cultivated when you continue to practice. You just can't do this one time. You got to have to continue to do it over and over and over and over and over and over again. Practice. All right. So these are the tools and coping skills that I want to share with you when you go back to work. Because guess what? I've been utilizing this. It's been very, very helpful. I'm not going to go to work. I got to make sure I am protected. I got to take care of me. I am responsible for Onassis. And so you have a voice, you have a right, but we also want to make sure that even if you go back to work, that you are safe and protected. All right. So we get ready to get started. Get ready to close, but I want to do just a few moments. Only in New Orleans. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this. Only in New Orleans. So I'm just going to ask about 3 questions and then we're going to be finished. So only in New Orleans. Is uh where is your favorite place to eat? Only in New Orleans. Where's your favorite place to eat? Do I have some responses with that? Where's your favorite place to eat? I'm gonna share my spot. My spot is Houston's. Houston's. And guess what? I went to a place, I went to Kenner to Copeland's, and that's my first time going to Copeland's in Kenner, because Copeland's is another one of mine. It kind of wasn't the same as it used to be years ago. But that Copeland's in Kenner, it was on the map. So Houston's, what are the places that you probably would like to eat at? What you think that are great places where you can eat at? All right. My second question, only in New Orleans, you ready for this? Only in New Orleans, you will find people wearing what? Only in New Orleans, you will find people wearing what? So you put your comments in there. Some people may say Saints attire, Pelicans attire, black and gold. Oh, Karana says she loves Neos. I haven't been there. They told me that place is really, really good. I heard somebody told me about that maybe like 2 weeks ago. I hope I pronounced that correctly. All right. What about Caffeine Dauphine? Yeah. Oh, yep. Yeah, some good food. Lower nine. All right. What about attire? What clothing attire you'll find people Saints gear? All right, Karada, you my diehard today. You are my diehard. Guess what, Karada? Because you are my diehard, I'm gonna give you a free Just Breathe t-shirt. Yeah. And I'm gonna stop right there. I'm not gonna ask no more questions. Because I'm not gonna give another free t-shirt. So that is it for today. I really appreciate you all. Relax, relate, release, go to work, not stress. Yes, you can have some concerns, but make sure that you are the person that is empowered. You have the control. Practice makes perfect, makes perfection, and perfection is cultivated through practice. Continue to wear your mask. Continue to wash your hands. Continue to practice social distancing. Continue to walk away when your assignment is finished. Say, deuces, I'm out of here. Like tonight, I'm finished. I'm done. Deuces. Remember, just breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just breathe. Solutions in crisis. Relax, relate, release. See you next week.